All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave again. It is Wednesday. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. As usual, Wednesdays, we are back to Wanderlust Wednesdays, where you know the drill. I play a band that maybe you've never heard of, a band you know, but maybe a song you've never heard of. Or pretty soon it might just be like wow, I forgot about that band, or I forgot about that record. I don't know, it's kind of morphing a little bit, so we're going to do a little bit of that today. I realized that of the bands I have left, some of them, we have a lot of singer-songwriters, so I don't know, we'll see. But we're going to talk about something different today. As far as that's concerned, and it might be a band or a person or a song that you guys probably already know, but maybe some of you don't. So first, in order for me to talk about the song that I want to talk about, we have to go back and check out how it came to be. All right, so we are going back to 1978 first and foremost, when this band formed. They're an English rock band named Bauhaus. Some of you people might know that if you were ever a fan of 120 Minutes, MTV, but they are basically considered the godfathers of goth music. 78 is pretty early for goth music, right? I mean, they were really the founders of this type of music, very dark, gloom rock, right? These guys were Daniel Ash on guitar and sax, Kevin Haskins on drums, David J on bass, and then Peter Murphy on vocals. They put out their very first demo like 6 weeks after getting together, and that demo was called Bela Lugosi's Dead, and that turned out to be one of their biggest hits. It was a 9-minute song. It got released as a single, shortened up, and that was their first single, and it charted for like 2 years on the independent charts. They did have some other hits, minor hits. Kick in the Eyes went to number 59. The Passion of Lovers went to number 56. Spirit went to number 42. And then their biggest hit was a remake of Ziggy Stardust in 82 that went to number 15. So I had never heard of Bauhaus in high school or even college. I was not listening to that music. Even when I got into bands like The Cure, I wasn't listening to Bauhaus. And then even when I got into My Life with the Thrill Cult, I still didn't really get into them, but they're important as far as this story goes, and I do appreciate some of their music as far as that's concerned. So they break up in like 82, 83, somewhere around there. And eventually the three cats, other than Peter Murphy, they form a band. First there was a band in between that involved two of them, and then they brought the bass player along. And those three guys formed the band Love and Rockets. Remember them? Love and Rockets had 2 hits. So Alive went to number 3. That song, you know, I'm fine with that song. I could never decide if I liked that part where he went, you. I think I just remember making fun of that part, but the rest of the song I liked. And I told you guys I would never sing on this show, so I apologize. And then the other one, Ball of Confusion, you'll hear regularly today on this. Even today, you'll just hear that on First Wave on satellite. So I like that song. So they became Love and Rockets. Now we're getting to the part that was my intention for Song of the Day. All right, what kind of music do we have out there? We got the music that you loved when you were a kid or a teenager or whatever, when you were younger, and you still love now. You got the music that you loved then that didn't age very well, and you don't care as much for it now. You got music that you didn't like at all, and now you really like, and there's plenty of that for me. That falls in that department. And then there's bands and music that you didn't like and you still don't like. I got plenty of that too. Hard to believe, right? Then there's this kind of thing where like you hear something and you're like, how did I miss this? Where was I when this was being played? Because I really, really like this. And did I just never hear it? Or did I not like it then? And this is the perfect example for me for this song, because I do not remember hearing this song ever. And I think to myself, if I had, how come I didn't like it or Did I not like it? Like, I can't figure it out. My only conclusion is I just didn't pay attention, or I just never heard it, really, is what I think, but I don't know. But now I hear it, and when I get distracted, I hear it, I turn it up. In the last several years, thanks to First Wave, I really like this song. So we're talking about Peter Murphy. Yes, Sean Murphy would always, you grab that CD and you'd be like, Mark, Peter Murphy. But I always thought you were just playing on the name. Maybe you were. I don't know if you even knew who he was, but he put out some solo records. He did all right. But then, you know, some of his songs charted a little bit. He got some airplay. But then came his pinnacle. The album Deep was released around this time, December 19th, 1989. And that had 3 singles on it, I think, but 2 of them were charted the highest, and that was A Strange Kind of Love was one of them. And then this one is the reason why we're talking today. It took me 6 minutes to get around. But the name of the song is Cut You Up. It spent 7 weeks at #1 of the modern track charts, and it even crossed over to the Hot 100 and went to number 55. I don't know where I was in 89. I mean, I know where I was, but I don't know where I was musically. Maybe I was listening to C&C Music Factory. That sounds right for 1989, right? Maybe some Warrant. I don't know. But this is a big song. I really, really like this song a lot, and you know, because I like bands like The Fix and that modern rock stuff, and this fits right in that category. So I need to know if you guys remember this song from '89. Were you guys listening to it? Do you guys know this song now? Anyway, you got to check out Cut You Up, Peter Murphy. We'll throw some Love and Rockets and maybe that Bauhaus song in there. We'll throw them all in there a little bit, but really the main song of the day today, the purpose of this episode, is the song Cut You Up by Peter Murphy. Give it a listen. Thanks for listening on Wanderlust Wednesday. We got more coming down the pike. 7 minutes. It's been a long time since we had a 7-minute. All right. Like I said, enjoy it. And as usual, catch you on the flip side.